I'm Lucy and we're back on the Nene Park Rural Estate with Share Farming partners Craig and Ryan to hear about what they've been up to, what's different from last year for the Farm 24 campaign. So we're here at Castor Barn where we were last year. A lot has changed since then. Just so people know, Castor Barn is situated right next to Woodlands, and then Castor and Aylesworth villages are just over here. Can you let us know what has changed since last year?
Yeah, so we've completed all the renovation works in the first phase. We've finally got all the windows, doors and security shutters up, and now we're able to use it not just for lambing time but all year round, storing equipment, hay, anything what's necessary.
Perfect. So last year we were here, we had oilseed rape and barley in the fields behind us. This year it looks like not a lot is going on, but in fact there is.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about it?
Yes. So this has been taken out of the arable rotation and it's been put down to what might look like the untrained eye grass. But we've got effectively a countryside stewardship mix. So it's a mix containing legumes, herbs, wildflowers, and some grass as well. And that will provide a really good grazing platform for the sheep. Fencing is impending, so that'll happen over the summer. And by the winter, we'll have sheep out here, and to overwinter. And then as we go into next year, into the main grazing period, so spring and summer when the grass is really growing, we'll rest that for 5 weeks to help with habitat creation for wildlife, not just for the farm animals.
So there's a lot of hay in this barn. How many hay bales have we got in here?
It's 150.
150 hay bales. And there's also a lot of these, which I often see in fields driving past and never know actually what they are. What are they? What are their purposes? What are the difference between the two?
Okay, so in the shed we've got hay, which is dried right out before it's put into a bale and then kept in a dry store over winter. So as Craig said, there's 150 bales in there, which is 75 tonnes, all of which is from East Holmes, which is just to the east of here, down the river. And then here we've got silage. So Craig, silage is
made sooner than hay, so it's not quite dry. You then bale it up and wrap it in plastic and it'll ferment in the bale, and then we'll use that over the winter months, and it's got more nutritional value than the hay has, and it's a lot more palatable for the stock.
And there's quite a scent here, isn't there? If we walk in the shed, there's a really sweet smell from the hay, which is a good
nice
sign.
Smell.
Yeah, which means I think we got it right. We were lucky with the weather this year, to be fair, in terms of dry. And then this has got a
bit of a tangy
a bit more of a tangy smell to it, yes. But it's all quite pungent.
We're here at West Holmes with some cows. We saw some of these cows last year, but there are some new additions. What cows are these and how many have we got this year?
So these are Ruby Red Devons. They're very hardy breed. There's 32 here this year. We carve them all outside in the spring. Their conditions obviously is the limiting factor, but if they're capable of outwintering it outside, so you don't need to put them in the shed. Again, all grass-based system. If they need anything, they generally have some of the silage or hay, what we saw earlier.
And there's some new additions, some calves.
How many so we've got 14 calves out here. There's 2 cows left to calf. The bull's in, so we'll be getting the cows in calf ready for spring next year. And the calves will go on. We'll wean those in the winter, which is obviously taking them away from the mothers. Gives the mothers sort of 3 months rest before they then calve down again in the spring with a fresh calf.
We're We're now at Norman Gate with the sheep. It's looking very different to how it did when we were here last year. It was very green and luscious, and now it's very brown and dry. How does the weather and the grass, how does this affect how you look after the sheep?
So we run an entirely forage-based system, so we're maintaining that by feeding what you saw earlier in the wrapped bales, the silage. We made that last year, just the other side of those trees there. Carted it back to the barn, obviously feeding it out now. There's not a lot, although it looks very, very dead. There is a little bit in the bottom, but very little. It's not growing, so yeah, just making sure that they've got plenty to eat.
And this is just as nutritious as the grass would be?
It's not as nutritious as the grass, but it's more nutritious than hay. It's a lot more palatable. There's a bit of moisture there. So it's sort of the next best thing to grass, so to speak.
And it keeps them healthy.
Yeah, it keeps them happy, keeps their bellies full.
Perfect. As part of the share farming partnership that we have, we're able to offer lamb boxes at our visitor centre farm shop at Ferry Meadows. Do you want to talk to us a bit more about the lamb boxes, how they come about and how that works?
Yes, yeah. So I guess in essence that's what we're doing. We're producing lamb here and working clearly with Nene Park. We've made these lamb boxes available. So from the Nene Park website you can order a lamb box that comes from this field or one of the other fields. We work with a local butcher to put those boxes together and bring them back so that fundamentally local people can enjoy a local product and something that's grass fed. This is entirely natural. These lambs drink their mother's milk and they eat the grass that you see or don't see.
So we've come to the end of our morning spent on the rural estate. Thank you for having us. We've really enjoyed our time hearing about everything that you've been up to and thoroughly impressed and amazed at what you do, really. What are the plans for the next 12 months?
So next 12 months we're looking to expand the cattle herd, expand the sheep flock slightly and move on to some of the more prevalent areas of the rural estate where people probably see a bit more of us.
Yeah, and then also I guess one of the really important things what we're doing is taking our products and selling them through Nene Park's website and making them available at the Business Centre Farm Shop, and therefore focus on expanding that offering and the products that we have available over the next 12 months is going to be important.
Great. Well, we look forward to coming back next year.